Hello guys, I'm Comic Book Movie Fan Productions, and welcome to the third episode of Underrated Films, a series that I release an episode of only a few months at a time I guess, but I should do more episodes on films that I think need to be given more attention. We're doing a DC film retrospective, ranking videos, and so much more. I just need to talk about something that I usually don't talk about and just go back to my older series, and that's why we're here today. And today's film is a dramatic comedy starring Will Ferrell. Everything Must Go. This film came out in 2011 and it's one of those Will Ferrell movies that nobody brings up for some reason. And like most people, I enjoy a lot of good Will Ferrell movies from Anchorman 1 and 2, Step Brothers, Talladega Nights, Elf, etc. But at the same time, he's also made a lot of stinkers as well. But out of all the films he's made, I feel like this is the one that's most forgotten about. And honestly, I think it's his best. Ever since watching it on Amazon Prime a few months back, I've been eager to talk about it. I just haven't gotten around to doing it until today. If you've never seen or heard of this film, you may be asking what's it about. Well, let's get into it. I'm just going to talk about the synopsis and not get into spoilers if you're interested in watching the film. The film revolves around businessman Nick Halsey played by Will Ferrell, who loses his job to his alcohol addiction in a certain incident in Denver. That also causes his wife to leave him, saying she's filing for divorce, and changes the locks to their house, so he can't get in, along putting all of his possessions out on the front lawn. While they're also canceling all of his credit cards, having his company car taken away, and more. He's left completely broke. The police try to tell him to leave, but his detective friend played by Michael Pena allows him to use a yard sale warrant, which only lasts up to 3 days. So the rest of the film takes place over the course of those 3 days, as he becomes friends with a couple of his neighbors, including a young boy Kenny, who helps him try and sell his belongings so he can get paid and learn how to play baseball with him, and a pregnant woman Samantha played by Rebecca Hall, who has her own issues as well. The film chronicles Nick learning to move on and be a better person, as things are revealed along the way that become life-changing for him. This is a great film. I watched it out of curiosity and it was a lot better than I was expecting. It's not just a comedy, it also has a lot of good messages about how we perceive ourselves to make ourselves look better.
I'm no different than any of you. I just don't hide in my house, okay?
What does that mean?
What?
Any of you.
And it gets quite emotional with what the filmmakers do. It's not a complex story either. It's a pretty straightforward 90-minute movie. But what makes it work is the performances and the writing. The film has some heavy scenes but also has funny scenes to add levity to the film.
Your mama's so fat. She heard it was chilly out. She ran inside and got a bowl.
Your mama's so fat, she has to shower at a car wash.
Your mama's so fat, she has 101% body fat.
Plus, I love movies that take place over a short period of time. The film spends no time getting you invested, and sets up the pieces of the story well so when things are revealed, they are actually effective. The character dynamics in the film are also great, mainly between Will Ferrell, Rebecca Hall, and Christopher Jordan Wallace who plays Kenny. They have some great chemistry with each other, and each scenes with these characters reflect on what those characters are feeling. The film shows us someone's life can change in an unexpected way. With Nick being a flawed human being, you sympathize with him because the film feels realistic, and the film gives you enough to where you understand him and know where he's coming from. Rebecca Hall is also great here as Samantha, and the scenes between her and Ferrell are some of the best in the film, talking like actual human beings. The director here is also good with Dan Rush, who also wrote the film, making the film feel more personal and feeling as if you're with these characters. It's honestly sad this is the only film he's ever worked on, and I hope he makes another film somewhere down the line. The soundtrack is also really good. Despite a lot of the scenes just have ambient sounds in the background, which work for the film's atmosphere, and it makes more sense in the emotional scenes when you are focused on the music, but a lot of it's done well here, and I've listened to it for months now. The film goes through a lot of emotions for its runtime and doesn't try to waste any of it. It really is a surprise, and although it's small scale, its emotions and messages are something that will stay with you long after the credits roll. We need more films like this that really show how important seemingly insignificant moments in our lives are. I know I may be blowing this film out of proportion, but this film really shows how important friendships are in life, and it's essential to move on from your past, which is the big character arc for Nick in this film. But at the same time, every character, no matter how big or small, goes through a change because of Nick's actions, and it really shows how much of a ripple effect you have on the people in your life. Will Ferrell should do more dramatic films like this where it feels light at first, but isn't afraid to go serious either. It could really resurrect his career after his past string of flops. The whole feeling of the film really connected with me in a way that most films don't, and talks about things that usually aren't brought up much by other films in this vein. It really is a great film, and I could go on and on about how underappreciated the film is. But I recommend you check it out for yourself and really see what's in store. But anyways, that's the video. I just really want to get this video off my chest and really talk about the film. But have you seen Everything Must Go? And if so, what do you guys think about it? Leave your thoughts in the comments and please make sure to like and subscribe for more content. And if you want, you can leave me suggestions for films I should watch for this series. I'm Comic Book Movie Fan Productions, signing out.